Hey guys, welcome. I might just wait a minute and see if anybody else pops on. Hope you're all comfortable there and cozy wherever you are in the world. It's freezing here. I'm all rugged up. All right, so tonight, what I want to talk to you about is visual journeying and the dream worlds and using that space, both of those spaces for healing. So you would probably know from yourself how whether you interpret information visually or if you're a feeler, which is kinesthetic, if you feel into information like in a meditation. We also learn through listening, like taking in words and shaping our understanding from an auditory sense. So, what I'm going to primarily focus on in this webinar is the visual, but I'd also like to sort of include some of the other senses. For me, using the ability to visualize and get into a healing space is amazing. It's a really powerful space to be in. But yeah, feeling into that as well, because I'm also kinesthetic, it really creates such a big, beautiful picture of energy and my surroundings in these other worlds. So I'm going to take you through a visual journey in a moment, but I would like to talk to you about a couple of things. The reason I chose to speak to you guys also about this sort of healing space is because for me, particularly in this isolation that we're all facing, it has been a real sort of disconnect from the world, but turning inward and connecting to me has really helped. I meditate quite a lot and I work with those healing spaces within me all the time, including my dreams. And I find it really helpful for my own mental health and just connecting back in when you feel that disconnect, and there's been a massive disconnect at the moment, so I'd like to share that with you. Another thing it can be really good for is manifestation. Now, feeling things is the first key really to manifesting them into your physical world. So if you can get a really good sense, whether it's visually or kinesthetic or auditory, however you work, if you can get a really good sense of what you want to experience in your life and really feel into it or visualize it, you're basically putting out that message into the universe or the world, whatever you want to call it, the greater powers around us, that you have that experience now, that beautiful thing that you feel and you want and you just need through you to experience this lifetime. It can be had. It doesn't always come in the form that you think it will, with all things in the universe, isn't it? You get a lesson, and sometimes it'll repeat itself if maybe there's something else there to learn or some other deeper meaning that you haven't quite touched on yet. Someone saying, yes, repeating lessons. Yeah, they're a good one. I think we all face them, whether you know it or not. If you look into it, you'll see patterns, and if you are noticing patterns, it's something to pay attention to and something you can work with and something you can bring into this healing space to work with. One of my favorite quotes from Nikola Tesla is, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And, if you can like visualize again all those things that you want. You're putting out that vibration, that energy, that frequency, and the universe has to match it. They're the rules. So I've learned so far in my life, and this is purely my experience. This isn't this isn't law, although I'm talking about universal laws. You know, this is just in my experience, and if it resonates with you, wonderful, and if it doesn't, that's okay. Take whatever feels right for you and leave the rest in everything, I think. So the visual journey I'm going to take you on is something that I've done a lot in my own visual journeying and healing sort of meditation space. It's what I like to call it's like an energy station, a fountain, where you can send and receive whatever it is you want in and out of your life. And this came to me just in a meditation one day, a visual, and it was really powerful. And I've done it many, many times. And so I'd like to really share that with you. So if you can now bring yourself into a comfortable seated position. You can lay down if you like. If you're listening to this and you're in a space that you can lay down, that's also fine. Try not to fall asleep. It's okay if you do. That's whatever it's meant to be is what it is. So long as you're comfortable for your body today, that's all I ask. Right. So I'll get you to just gently close down your eyes if you haven't already. And just take a deep breath in. Exhaling to completely release any tension from your physical body, easily, gently. Take another deep breath in, releasing any last remnants of tension on the exhale. Allow your awareness now to expand beyond the limits of your physical being. The comfort of your chair, lounge or bed, warming you. As you dissolve into that comfort yourself, your entire being merging with this safe, relaxed environment. An image begins to open up out of the dark before you. A path, foggy at first, then becoming steadily more clear in whatever way you imagine it best. How it feels, the sounds around you, the vision, and the words that come to you are perfect, exactly how they are. The path lies before you now. Sense the ground beneath your feet, the way your body is dressed, the trees surrounding you in this welcoming, safe environment. As you begin to walk down the path, taking in the scenery, a warm light fills the sky. A sunset of the most beautiful colors, filling the air around you with an incredibly calming glow. your path begins to widen, and you find yourself approaching a clearing. The air is warm, comforting. And as you stand now at the edge of the clearing, you take in the whole view. Fireflies flicker through the beautiful dusk. At the tree line around you, they hover. Sense the calm and radiance of your own private sanctuary. In the center of the clearing, you now notice a stunning crystal fountain. It has grown here for you alone, and it glows with the most spectacular energy, and you feel it calling you closer. Sense that beautiful, energetic pull, safety, curiosity. The fountain is sparkling now with all of your favorite colors and is a gift entirely your own. Walking up to the fountain, you sense the softness of the grass beneath your feet, the support of the great earth beneath you, and the expanse of sky and possibility above you. Standing at the fountain's edge, you look into the water. Your reflection peers back, full of health, full of vitality. A reflection you know is yours, but there is something different. Your reflection is your higher self, the version of you that has reached their highest potential, a version that you will become this lifetime if you desire it. They look at you with fondness, with compassion, and with an eagerness to serve you to the best of their ability. You reach a hand into the water and feel its subtle coolness against your skin. The cleanest, silkiest water you've ever touched. You know this water has healing properties and allows you to release anything you wish and to take on anything you desire. Imagine now something you'd like to release back into the universe or back to the earth. Something that no longer serves you. Maybe a bad habit, an experience you're ready to release. A toxicity that your being is ready to cut ties with. Know that whatever it is, it can be released if you so wish it. Sense it, experience it. Taking a cupped handful of the healing liquid, you put it to your lips and drink. Feel what you've just imagined. Know that the energy you use to hold around this experience has left you. It's being transmuted into light. The earth and universe conspire together to help you, always. You feel renewed, clear, and free. Feel into that. Experience in your being right now what that freedom feels like. Bring your awareness now to something that you wish to experience. Something from a deep soul level that makes you feel complete joy, love, and gratitude. Maybe finding your dream job, finding that freedom of lifestyle you've always craved. Maybe a connection with someone or something that truly moves you, ignites the passion for life that you've been longing for. Could be a connection to yourself, your higher self, perhaps. Feel it, see it, imagine it as your own, and how amazing that feels. How grateful you are to finally experience this beauty. Take another handful of water from the beautiful fountain. This time, knowing that as you sip its coolness down, your dream, your desire is yours and is being manifested. As easily as this washes things away, it creates. The healing water hears your prayers and is willing to help you. There is no space for lack, for unsurety. The entire universe and earth realign everything to assist you. No matter how grand or how trivial your request may seem, know that it is possible and it is done. As you stand in this space, feeling free from your shackles, filled with the power and trust and joy, just take a moment to enjoy this healing station. Your very own personal tranquility, always here, always willing to hear you, to feel you, to help you. The sky is still glowing around you and above you. The new energy you have received is so excited to watch things unfold with you. Feel the beautiful warmth of the air on your skin. The fireflies dance as you experience peace, freedom, support. It is now time to begin making your way back to the waking world. As you take one last look around this beautiful clearing, remember that this space is your own. You may fill it with whatever you wish upon every visit. It's entirely yours to access and create. Walking back down the path, A gentle smile crosses your lips. You are safe, supported, whole. You begin to feel back into your fingers and toes. Feel the seat or bed beneath you, bringing your awareness back into the room you're in, back to your body completely, feeling lighter, more free, and capable of great joy and abundance. Now, this space is always available to you, this healing space. If you ever feel like, you're disconnected from yourself or the world, you can access this. If you can, you can do it on a lunch break. I used to meditate on lunch breaks a lot, and really helps to bring yourself back to center. And a visual sort of sensory journey like this can be just what you need some days to clear some things out and to bring some positive energy or some like clearing energy back in. As far as manifestations go, which I mentioned earlier, they don't always show up when we expect or how we expect they will. But with practice and patience, you'll be able to see a shift in your perspective and a shift in your reality. Sometimes it just takes a bit of time or having a different perspective to see that what you've asked for is there. Sometimes, like I said, it doesn't show up how you expect it will. Now, I did mention dreams as well, and this work can also be carried into your dreams, recognizing, what you need and taking that intention with you when you go to bed can be a really healing thing. I've found that, as much as the subconscious is a place for our being to sift through things from the day or life, past, present, future, whatever, it's also a space of other worlds. There's so much in our dream life that we can learn from, and I'm always learning from, and we're always learning new things from those spaces if we pay attention to what's going on there. There was something I wanted to ask that I actually wrote down, so I'm gonna ask. Because often from when I have a visual journey, I'll write down really important things that stood out to me from that. So if there's something in your surroundings when you went into that space that really struck a chord with you, whether it's good or bad to you, is worthy of note, because that's come up in you for a reason. Something that feels a little stronger than the rest of what you saw. Like if the fireflies ignited something in you, there was a really beautiful space. What is that connected to for you? What does that mean to you? What do they represent? This is my helper. The way I like to use dreams for healing in that way is to set an intention when I go to bed. If there's something that I want to learn, or if I've noticed a pattern and I want to work with it, how can I shape that into a question for my subconscious? You'd be surprised at what comes up. That's where the real healing is, I feel, when you can figure out whatever it is that is a recurring sort of pattern, or something that sticks out in life for you, or in dream life, or in meditation, something that keeps coming up. You can ask yourself, you can ask your subconscious, And something that I like really doing is having a book next to my bed, a sketchbook. Everybody's different with what they like in that regard, whether you like writing words or drawing, or both of those terrify you and you just want to put some sort of memory of the dream down but don't know what. Even if you just get some colored pencils or any sort of drawing material that feels right for you, charcoal is really cool as well. Just when you wake up, if after you've set those intentions and had that dream, and that dream is really fresh right when you wake up, if you can just rough something down, whether it's some words or an actual sort of image of something that went on or a symbol that came up for you, and ask yourself, what is it? And what does it mean to you? It's interesting to me that, like, I'm studying transpersonal art therapy at the moment as well, and I actually had class today and had very similar things come up that are a bit like similar to the content that I was sharing tonight, and it was really nice to hear other people talk about similar things and keeping dream journals and symbolism in dreams, because it's always been a big thing for me. I shared an example today about how I used to have dreams of really big, ferocious sort of waves. And over the years, they've gotten smaller and the scenes change. There's different things in the water, sharks or buildings. I've been, above cities in this ocean. And for me, the wave represents sort of how I feel in life, I guess. There's sort of been this smallness or this foreboding. This is my little crystal, this is my wave. This wave that's up here, and then recently it's only sort of here, and it was like on a video loop. This little wave would come up with these dolphins in it, and then it'd go back down. It's like this beautiful little sort of rocky thing, and just would come up onto this boardwalk just a little bit. Beautiful aqua color. And that's such a transformation in me over the years that I could see in that recurring dream, in those repeating patterns. And that feels right to me. That makes sense in my world. Yeah, I think, let's see if anybody has any questions. I'd like to share a quote with you before I go, but if anyone has any questions, please let me know. Hit the chat thing. Okay. Hang on. Do you find that without trying, you can heal in your dreams? Without trying, absolutely. Our being is always healing. And again, funnily enough, today we spoke about the psyche reorganizing itself and how it's a natural thing. I've had so many dreams lucid dreams where I come into it and I'm in a different world facing something that relates to some sort of way I'm feeling in this physical world. And it's a really beautiful thing to kind of be thrown into that space. And then when I wake up in the morning, whatever I was feeling in this being here in this world has taken on a learning, taken on a healing from that space. I didn't set an intention. Then I didn't go to bed with the hopes of fixing some problem. Honestly, 9 times out of 10, I probably didn't even realize there was a problem. But that's the beauty of dreams, isn't it? We can go in and have things brought up and worked on for us. It's a really good question. would you say that astral travel coincides with healing? Ooh, astral travel. Yeah, for sure. But then healing of who or what? I don't know. I mean, hello. Coincides with healing. I think it helps. It just takes you deeper and further than normal dreaming. I feel like similar sorts of things can be experienced, but you're reaching further worlds and further beings than your dream world. So it absolutely, yeah, it does coincide with healing in my experience, in my belief. Might be different for everybody. Thank you. Have I worked on enhancing lucid dreaming? Yes and no. I tried for a while to find readings and things and other people that had really gotten into lucid dreaming, and I didn't find anything that was kind of on the same wavelength, I feel like, that I've been on. But it's been a while since I've looked, so I probably should do that again. The only thing really, like, in practice when I'm in there that to sort of extend it is to play the part. I've been put in lucid dreams, like I literally, it's like when I fall asleep, I wake up in this other body that is often me, but a different version of me in another world, and I'm faced with situations that version has to deal with. And it's like all of a sudden you're a being that's been thrown into somebody else's body, and you have to make it function because there's other beings and situations around you relying on your interaction with them. And there's some part of me always that is like, if I give up the jig, if they know that this person isn't actually this person, like, all hell could break loose. So as far as sort of enhancing it, for me anyway, it's literally just playing the part and seeing what unfolds. If somebody comes into the scene and gives me this thing and says, hey, this is this thing that you've got to go here and do this with it, then I go on that journey and I do that, and I keep going as far as, into this other world as I can explore. And if I've had enough, then I can dip out. So yeah, I should, and I would really like to find some more people that are on the lucid dream train and get some insight, because it's a very interesting space to be a part of, for sure. Does anybody else have any other questions before I share this little thing with you? Okay, so this is just a quote. This is something that I felt was kind of fitting for what we went through, the little journey that I took you through tonight. Simply because, you don't have to go into all the symbols and things that you find. You don't have to go into them in massive detail. If they feel like something for you and that's the learning from it, then take that. Don't dive into things and try and overanalyze things, because it could be like working against yourself. I believe that's what I've come to learn. So this is sort of a really nice little piece about observing. It's by Raina Maria Rilke from Letters to a Young Poet. I want to beseech you to be patient toward all that is unsolved in your heart, and to try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are written in a very foreign tongue. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given you, because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, evolve some distant day into the answer. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening and got something out of this. If you did and you'd like to keep up with what I do, you can find me on Facebook at Chell King Reiki and Tattoo. Instagram at _Chell King. I'm getting kicked. I'm getting kicked. Instagram _Chell King _ or on my website www.chell.com.au. That's CHEL. Thank you.